Finance Minister Audley Shaw is assuring public servants that the government will honor the second year of the public sector wage agreement. Public sector workers, including nurses, teachers and police officers, signed off on a 7% wage increase last year with the former Portia Simpson Miller administration. Workers were paid 4% in year 1 and should be paid the remaining 3% in year 2. Addressing Parliament recently, the Finance Minister maintains that the monies have been provided for in the 2016-2017 budget. Meanwhile, Mr. Shaw says $28.6 billion has been allocated to protecting the most vulnerable in the society. He knows that the figure is a significant increase over last year's.
The government is committed to honoring all commitments to public sector workers for which agreements are in place. In this financial year, $9.9 billion has been provided to honor the second year of the 2015 to 2017 union agreements for wages, salaries and allowances, and a provision towards payment of long outstanding settlements. Mr. Speaker, the government is also firmly committed to the protection of the most vulnerable members of the society. And to this end, we have safeguarded spending on critical social programs which largely benefit this segment of the population. A total allocation of $28.6 billion, approximately 1.6% of gross domestic product, has been provided, up from $27.1 billion last year, Mr. Speaker. And sometimes I really have to call on some elements in the news media. I've seen it in one major newspaper saying that there has been a cut in benefits in the PATH program and the social programs. It is wrong. These include PATH, youth development, the school feeding program, poor relief, children's homes and places of safety, drugs and medical supplies for the public health system, and subsidies for basic schools.
And the Finance Minister is optimistic about the country's growth prospects. Approximately $11.2 billion has been provided to the new Super Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. Mr. Shaw says the ministry will implement projects to spur growth and facilitate investments.
$830 million to the Rural Road Rehabilitation Program to continue construction of the, Mr. Speaker, you'll have an interest in this, of the Soursop turn to Chapelton corridor. The Soursop, any Soursop trees up there up that way, Mr. Speaker? $850 million to the Jamaica Foundation for Competitiveness and Growth Project, including $350 million for lending to small, medium enterprises through the Development Bank of Jamaica. $660 million for the construction of the offices of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, some Chinese money coming again here, and foreign trade in downtown Kingston, which should provide a significant boost to the redevelopment of the downtown area.
In the meantime, agriculture has been included in the government's growth agenda. The Finance Minister says a 5th agro-park will be established in South Manchester.
$292.3 million to commence phase 1 of the rehabilitation of irrigation infrastructure in the mid-Clarendon irrigation area. Very, very important, Mr. Speaker. The Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries has been allocated $3.5 billion, of which $2.4 billion is for the Sugar Transformation Program to continue work on social infrastructure projects in sugar-dependent areas to support the rehabilitation of cane roads, the installation of irrigation systems in select cane growing areas. And $465 million is for the Agricultural Competitiveness Project to, among other things, continue the development of irrigation infrastructure to complete the new packing facility at New Forest and establish a 5th agro park in the new Forest Duff House area of South Manchester.